Welcome to the Veterans Voice, where we highlight programs and services that support our veterans. I'm Tim Stroud, and this is Colton, the Wonder Dog. One of the rewards of military service is the opportunity to help protect the vulnerable and uplift the underserved. Monique Sapp joins us to introduce an organization that allows veterans, their family members, and patriots to carry that feeling into civilian life. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited about this interview because we get to do a two-parter with you today. We get to dive into the Mission Continues, find out a little bit more about it. And then at the second part, we're going to hear a little bit more about the stories here locally where we're making an impact. For our viewers who haven't heard of your organization, would you tell us a little bit more about the Mission Continues?
Sure. So the Mission Continues was founded in 2007. And so since 2007, we've had a couple of programs. Our fellowship program was our flagship program that has recently sunsetted. But what we aim to do is we empower veterans to become leaders in our communities. And all of our programs go back to empowering them to lead. So we have a myriad of programs, our Service Platoon program, our SLC, Service Leadership Corps. We have our mass deployment, and we'll soon have a Women's Veteran Leadership Program as well.
Ooh, I love that. Now, one of the things that I talk about when people ask me about the Mission Continues, I tell them that it's another organization that really dives down and makes sure that veterans connect to each other and to the community after their service, because while we serve, there's because we both serve in the Army, because there's strong, then there's Army strong. Right?
Cool.
But it ties our veterans back together with a position and a purpose. And so tell our viewers a little bit more about what that means to our veterans.
Sure. So what we try to do is I like to say empower, because that's exactly what we're doing. We're empowering you to utilize the skill sets that you've acquired in the military and use those in under-resourced communities, right? But at the same time, we want you to be connected. We want you to have community impact, and we want to, I think it's connected, community impact, and empowerment. So all those three things really kind of wrap up into what the Mission Continues is. And so connectedness is something that is very important, because when our veterans are returning from the military, they need to be around other veteran and like-minded individuals, and this serves that purpose for them.
And one of the other things I love about the Mission Continues is not just for veterans. I alluded to it in the intro, but tell our viewers a little bit more about who can be a part of the Mission Continues.
Sure. So, of course, you can be a veteran. You could be a family member. You can be a community member. So we don't have any restrictions on who can be within the Service Platoon program. There is a caveat to that. So we are a veteran service organization, so most of our programs will only allow veterans. The Service Platoon program, however, will allow non-veterans to participate in volunteer projects throughout the country.
Okay, projects such as?
Projects such as I think our most recent one and the biggest one in the nation was our MLK Day of Service project, where we are continuing to build on a 7-acre urban farm in Sunnyside to combat the issues related to food deserts.
Oh, that's excellent. I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. And after the break, the Mission Continues.
HCC. So many locations. So little tuition. Register today at hccs.edu/now.
HCC's online college is officially open. This not only means online classes, but also online degrees and certificates. You can now credential up anytime, anywhere. Join the fast-growing number of students getting their full college education from anywhere they use a laptop. HCC currently offers 32 fully online degrees and will offer 71 next year. You no longer have to find a way or time to get to college. HCC brings college to you.
HCC. So many classes, so little tuition. Register today at hccs.edu/now.
Welcome back to the Veterans Voice. For more of our conversation with Monique Sapp of The Mission continues. Monique, I'm excited because there was a third point you were going to tell me in the last segment. What is that one?
Community impact. So I previously touched on what all of our programs are kind of centered around, which is personal growth, connectedness, and most importantly, what I do is the community impact piece. And so in Houston, we've got 5 platoons in designated communities throughout Houston doing, I would say, an abundance of community volunteerism. I can tell you that we had a project at 8 Million Stories. So what we like to do is partner with organizations and nonprofit organizations that are already doing great work within the community, and then we figure out how we can help them reach their goals. So 8 Million Stories is a nonprofit that helps previously incarcerated youth succeed. The city of Houston gifted them 5 buildings, and so what we're going to be doing is beautifying those buildings throughout the year and until they're finished.
I love it. In fact, that the mission continues. It operates downtown in the Combined Arms building, and more than just a single organization. You guys help do a lot of collaborative works in the area, and you mentioned the MLK event, and there was another one where there was some painting involved. You want to tell our viewers about that as well?
So the painting project, I believe, was definitely at 8 Million Stories.
Okay.
But we do a myriad of projects. We've got painting projects. We do garden beautification projects. We are in Cashmere Gardens in Independence Heights doing Harvey hurricane relief efforts.
Okay, still doing those efforts, but also with some of the schools, right? KIPP schools and some other schools.
Yes, so we've definitely been at KIPP schools. We were at KIPP schools for the past 3 years. We've kind of transitioned into 8 Million Stories, still helping youth, but we are pretty much everywhere if we can be.
Now, remember there was a project with Hope Farms, if I'm not mistaken. You want to tell our viewers about that?
Sure. So on MLK Day, we decided to serve at Hope Farms, which is a 7-acre urban farm in Sunnyside. And it is through the organization Recipe for Success. And what they have done there is they are trying to address those issues that are related to food deserts. And what this farm is going to do is, because it's a food desert, they are only charging residents out there pennies on the dollar for the food that is coming out of that farm. So we partnered with them so that we can help build out this robust farm. And we started in 2016, and we're not going to stop until it's done.
I love it. I remember breaking ground out there and planting the trees and seeing the greenhouses go up.
Yes.
In fact, with our financial life skills classes that we teach to our veterans, family members, and care providers, one of the ladies teaches health, or she teaches the health and wellness portion. And one of the spouses raised her hand. She's like, well, it's too expensive to eat healthy these days. I'll have to agree, it is a little bit more challenging. And so we told them about your project with Hope Farms and what's going on. And so your challenge there has now reached over in California.
Really?
Which is great. And we've got 28 ladies that are looking to build victory farms in their backyards to grow those things.
Oh, that is awesome and amazing.
It's a great reach of what you're doing. Any other special projects that are coming up in 2019?
So we always have our 9/11 Day of Service, and our Veterans Day project. So those are the 2 larger projects that are coming down the pipeline for 2019. We don't know exactly where they will be just yet, but we do expect them to be rather large and really deep dive into that community so that we can really impact and have tangible change there.
Perfect. And in closing, Monique, if anybody wants some more information, we'll put the website up and they can get interested in volunteering or by having a project in the community. And after the break, we're going to learn the frequently asked questions of VMAS.
HCC. So many ways to learn, so little tuition. Register today at hccs.edu/now.
We have academic programs that help students get from high school into a university. And the data is very clear that students that take the path of a community college finish in far higher numbers than students that start straight into a university experience. Our students can achieve a baccalaureate degree in multiple fields from the universities in the area without ever leaving Houston Community College.
Welcome back to the Veterans Voice. Spring has barely started, but it's never too early to start planning for summer and fall. Courtney Collins with HCC VMAS joins us to discuss how to get the most out of HCC's programs and their services for veterans. Gotta love these acronyms, right?
It's a mouthful.
It is. So first of all, let's define those, because otherwise people just start thinking military. We're speaking our own jargon. What is VMAS?
Right. So VMAS stands for Veteran and Military Affiliated Student Success.
Okay, that is a mouthful, right?
Say that 5 times fast.
No, I won't. But I'm going to allow you to tell our viewers, what does VMAS do here at the school?
So essentially, we provide support to our veteran population as well as their dependents. Mm-hmm. We process GI bills in our office, other benefits such as Hazelwood, and we act as a liaison between the student and the school and the VA. So we report tuition and fees. That way they get paid accordingly.
Okay, so somebody comes to the school. When are they going to be talking to you and your team?
So the sooner the better, honestly. So as soon as you get accepted to HCC and you're ready to enroll, you can come chat with us. We'll place you with an academic advisor.
Right, okay.
That is the point of contact for the student. So they want to sit down with them face to face if necessary. If not, we can accommodate conversations online or via email, whichever is easiest for the student.
Okay.
So the academic advisor is going to get them set up on an approved degree plan, because the VA will cover classes that are on approved plans. So as long as they pick classes on that plan, we'll be able to certify them and get them enrolled in classes, and they'll be receiving the checks that they're entitled to.
I love it, because with veterans today, as they continually take education, they can take one of 2 chapters, 31, 33, or possibly the Hazelwood, right?
Correct.
Do you want to touch base on those real quickly so people know the differences? Or
Yes.
Okay.
So Chapter 31 is Vocational Rehabilitation, commonly referred to as Voc Rehab. Uh-huh. And that is more so for veterans with service-connected disabilities.
Okay.
And then there's the Chapter 33 post 9/11. So if you've served after post 9/11 and you meet the timing threshold, I believe it's around 3.5, 4 years.
Okay.
Then you're eligible for that. And that's probably the most popular benefit we offer. And also, what a lot of students aren't aware of is that there's Hazelwood also.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes. So if you're a true Texan, then you are eligible for Hazelwood. There are 5 key factors that allow you eligibility for it.
Okay.
It's if you entered the military in Texas, if you exited in Texas, your current resident is Texas, you served 181 consecutive days, and you have an honorable discharge.
Okay. Now, you mentioned 5 there. Let's throw out another number. What are the top 3 things that people need to know, or the questions they ask you at VMAS?
So, the mysterious vet enrollment support hold.
Okay.
So I tell all of our students that they belong to a special population here at HCC that we like to take care of. So normally, if you enroll in classes, you're expected to pay your tuition in full by a certain day. However, if you're a veteran student using benefits here, or a dependent of a veteran using benefits, we place you in a special student grouping.
Okay.
So most of those student groupings protect enrollment from being dropped by the college due to non-payment. So for example, if you're a Chapter 33 student and you're waiting on the VA to finish up your processing, HCC will not kick you out of your classes because you didn't pay.
That's good news, Courtney.
Yes.
And I wish we had room for the other 2. What we'll do is that we'll send them to the frequently asked questions on your website. Sound good?
Yes, perfect.
Great. And if you'd like more information on any of the organizations and services that you've seen on the program today, visit our website at hccs.edu/Veterans Voice. For everyone here at HCC TV and everyone at Easter Seals of Greater Houston, thank you for joining us on the Veterans Voice.